I'm Seth, and you're tuned into the Free Game Podcast.
What's going on, FGP? I'm your co-host, Seth.
I'm your co-host, Josech.
Welcome back. Episode, what is this? Nine of season 2.
Flying by. I mean, it's here. We talked about this all season long about how
The end of the season was going to come, and Josech was going to have to go on a long, sad trip. And the time is here, everybody. This is the final episode that you guys are going to see Seth and Josech face-to-face together until at least August.
At least August.
At least August.
It's going to be wild. 8 weeks. At least 8 weeks of...
8 weeks, and he finally got like what the business scope is going to be, what he's going to be doing over there, who's going to be working for. So I'm going to let Josech talk about that for a little bit.
Yeah, so long story short, I'm going to be living in Valencia, Spain for about 2 months, and I figured out like 2 weeks ago probably that I'll be doing international marketing for a soccer club over there called Villarreal CF. So basically, if you don't know what marketing is, it's just kind of help grow and expand the team and the brand, and then obviously internationals worldwide. So I'm excited to get over there and get to work. Like I've mentioned earlier, or at least I think last season, like I really want a job somewhere in the sports industry. So hopefully this is a stepping stone that can lead to maybe more doors opening, hopefully here in the States for some sports jobs and whatnot. So, but while I'm over there, I'm gonna be applying for jobs and stuff. Cause I've been waiting to apply because I didn't know what to put on my resume exactly as far as what I'll be doing as an internship. And now that I know exactly what I can put on there and what I'll be doing, I'm gonna hopefully I can have a job by the time I get back. Cause long story short, I do not want to live at home when I get back to the States. I'll just keep it at that. I'm not trying to move back in with the folks. No hate, all love. But yeah, dude's been living by himself for 8 months or something like that now.
I don't know.
You moved in August. You moved in July. I moved in August. So
I don't know if this is living by myself, man. I still go home to the crib.
Okay. You've been living by yourself technically the last 4 years.
We
both go home for summers, but we're gone 9 months out of the year.
But you come back for Thanksgiving, Christmas. Spring break. Bro,
Christmas is like spring break.
Christmas is like 2 or 3.
I didn't go home for spring break.
I was either out somewhere or just in Lexington.
So you go home a few times a year, but
still, I be home long enough, man. I'll say that I be home long enough. The summer is what really I'll be
summertime,
the most. But even then, this year I've been back and forth between Charlotte and Greenville.
Yeah, you've been going back a lot this year.
It's
basically been like you've been at home this whole year.
Yeah, I know people say don't look forward to the adult life, the bills and everything, man.
Certain aspects you should definitely look forward to.
Facts,
I feel like that's one of them. Being able to go out, do your own thing, have your own place, kind of manage your own place how you want it to be managed.
Yeah, you turned 23 in March, I turned 23 in August. Life is getting serious, man. We gotta, lock in. Speaking of 23 years old, I want to give a special shout out to my boy Chase Stedding. It's his birthday today. Happy birthday to my boy Chase. Y'all probably see this tonight or tomorrow, so happy birthday, Chase. Love you, dog. But he's going to move to Boston soon, hopefully. Yeah. I hope you're glad that the Celtics won last night. Speaking of the Celtics, man, like you said, headed to the finals after beating the Pacers last night. Bro, we was talking about this when we was in a party, bro. Do you think this series was, entertaining, even though the Pacers got swept? How do you see it?
It was still a really entertaining series, and if you look at each game individually, maybe not the whole series just because 4-0 obviously went by quick, but each game individually was entertaining outside of game 2 maybe. Yeah. You obviously had the Celtics that had to hit a crazy shot in game 1 to come back.
Crazy corner 3 by Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, crazy corner 3 game 1. Then game 3 you have Nembhard, TJ McConnell, all the other guys step up. They're winning the game. Majority of the games.
Up 18.
Yeah, Celtics make a great comeback there and then comes down to the wire again. Then now you have game 4 obviously came down to the wire one more time. Took a Derek White game-winning 3 for that game to kind of get moved ahead. So I think it was definitely an entertaining game series, but I don't know about going back and forward.
7-game series.
It didn't really go back and forward.
I feel you. I feel like, bro, it hurt because realistically, if you watch the series, you watch all 4 games, the Pacers could easily be up 3-1 right now.
Oh yeah.
But the problem is with the Pacers, they don't have a closer. People talk about in the playoffs in general, you have to have a closer, at least one. Some teams like the Mavericks have 2, and we'll get to them in a little bit. But the Pacers don't have any closers whatsoever. I mean, you could maybe consider Pascal Siakam a closer. I mean, he's been to the finals. He won the finals with Kawhi in Toronto. So, he's not really considered a closer, I guess you could say. And that's not taking away anything from him, but that's just not his style of game. Like, you're not going to put the ball in his hands to go score at the end of the game. So, and the Celtics got Tatum, Brown, obviously, who we said hit that shot in game 1 to take them to overtime. Derek White be hitting huge threes.
A year ago yesterday, Derek White hit a game winner on the Heat to send them to Game 7.
Facts.
A year later,
facts.
Game 4?
Game 4 to close it out.
Game
send
winner
it to the finals. Man, speaking of Chase, he was telling me he was like the only difference between the Celtics team last year who didn't make the finals and the Celtics team this year who did, at least in this playoff specifically, is Marcus Smart and Jrue Holiday. How do you feel about? Do you think Jrue Holiday fits the Celtics better than Marcus Smart did? Do you think he's more helpful to them than Marcus Smart? Or
I don't know if I would say that. I think if you put Marcus Smart on this year's team and give him the same kind of path, I think the same result happens. So I think it's a little bit of like, I mean, you got to call it what it is. They've kind of gotten very lucky, which it takes a lot of luck to win a championship.
To get the path they've had so far, you had no Jimmy Butler. You had, what's his name, Donovan Mitchell down for 2 games. Halliburton down for 2 games. Like, they could have won the series with Marcus Smart, with Jrue Holiday.
It makes no difference. I mean, next series is where we'll really see if Jrue Holiday is making the difference. If he's able to go in, slow down. I'm going to go ahead and call it the Mavericks, Kyrie Irving, Luka. If he's able to go in and slow them down, then maybe we're able to say, all right, he's a big difference with Marcus Smart.
I mean, him and Derek White both made second team all defense in the NBA this year.
I think that's another thing. Like, Derek White took a huge step forward this year. I think Jaylen Brown's been a lot more assertive this year. And then Jason Tatum is, I think the whole team in general is more motivated after what happened to him last year. They were kind of embarrassed.
Facts.
So where it's just like, you can't say adding Jrue Holiday made them perfect. I really still feel like the Porzingis ad was a bigger impact for them just because the way he's able to space the floor and clear out space for Jason Tatum and Brown to attack. So
but
that's my take
he's just
on
been hurt for
he's been hurt.
This whole series and part of the last one, I think.
This whole series, the last whole series, he's been hurt since like game 3 of round 1.
Oh wow! But he might come back soon. We might see him in the finals. So
he's definitely gonna play in the finals. We'll see how good of a shape he's in, what type of condition he's in, and stuff like that. But
yeah, we gonna see, man. But all in all, Celtics. I mean, just going back to how you were saying the path that they got to get there. I mean, it's kind of similar to the Warriors' path when they won in 2018, where Kawhi got hurt in the first round, and then I can't remember who they played the second round, and then. When they played the Rockets, Chris Paul ended up going down in like game 5 or 6. So, I mean, it's like you said, it does take a lot of luck to win a championship. Celtics look like they have a lot of luck to win the championship. They have 2 losses in the playoffs so far. They lost 1 game in the first round and 1 game in the second round. So, I mean, they're looking hot. I will say that. But, like you said, in the West at least, Mavs are up 3-0 on the Timberwolves. Nobody saw that coming. At least I didn't see them going up 3-0. But, I mean, looking like they have the chance to close out tonight. They play on, I think, ESPN or TNT, whichever one.
It's another example, like you were saying, though. The Timberwolves have been in every game. They just can't close. Like, it's another example of a team. Timberwolves, I get this one a little bit more. They haven't, I mean, I guess I kind of get the Pacers as well. Neither one of these teams have been in this position. Like, this is Anthony Edwards' first deep playoff run. This is Cat's first deep playoff run. Even, I don't think Mike Conley's ever made it out the second round. So, like, this is the furthest he's ever been. He's a vet, and this is still the furthest he's ever been. So, it's new territory for all of them. Whereas the Mavericks, Kyrie's won a championship. Luka was just here 2 seasons ago. Obviously, they have a little bit more veteran experience. Jason Kidd, a coach that played for a long time.
And won with Dirk. They beat LeBron. I mean.
Yeah, so, I mean, he wasn't on that team, but.
He wasn't on that team?
No.
He didn't win with Dirk, bro?
Jason Kidd? I don't think Jason Kidd has a championship.
Who am I thinking of? Barea?
JJ Barea was on that team, for sure.
Jason Kidd was on that team, bro. Man, okay, maybe I thought they said that in the game the other day.
You should fact check that.
Go ahead. But they just need a closer. I mean, Anthony Edwards, obviously 22, 23 years old. He's going to develop into that closer more consistently for them. But right now, they've hit a brick wall. Obviously, the Mavericks, Luka and Kyrie being able to come out in the last 3-4 minutes of the game and just pass the ball back and forth and say, hey, go get a bucket. Like,
he was on the team.
He was on the team?
He was on the team. That was 2000, 10, 11?
11,
yeah, he was on the team, played 80 games.
He has a ring. So
he does.
That's even more vet experience right there for them. So
That's crazy. He was drafted in '94.
Wow. Yeah.
And stopped playing in 2013.
I thought he was retired or something.
Yeah.
I thought he was retired, bro. I was like, there's no way he's still on that team.
That's crazy. I'm on his LeBron.
Nah,
but
real.
I mean, speaking of Anthony Edwards, like how you saying like closers, like you said, he's never been here before. This is his first time. The whole team's first time. But can you imagine, like us this time last year in the NBA playoffs, trying to get to the finals at our age? Like he's literally younger than us, trying to get to the NBA finals, bro. Like that's insane. That's a lot of pressure on somebody our age. Like I couldn't imagine. Okay, I guess to put in my perspective, I couldn't imagine being a starting quarterback on the Chiefs, trying to take them to win Super Bowl last year, bro. Like that's crazy to me. But I mean, look, this series has been more. I guess I don't know. Which series do you think has been more competitive? Because I mean,
I think they've both been equally as competitive, honestly. Outside of the one Game 2 in the Pacers-Celtics series, every game has kind of come down to the last 4 or 5 minutes where both teams had a chance to win the game and one team won the game. So.
Yeah, I will say, I mean, I think Kamani kind of put it best when he was talking about it the other day. I think there's been better basketball played in the West Series between the Mavs and Timberwolves.
The skill level is higher in the West Series. So, like, the moves you see them make, the plays you see them make are obviously going to be a little bit more, I think, more flashy, but just also more like, whoa, where did that come from? How did he see that? Why did he even try that? Whereas the East Series is more so, I think the East Series, those teams play a lot more team basketball. In the West, you see a lot more flashy play. So that's what I would say.
So, Jaylen Brown won Eastern Conference Finals MVP last night. If the Mavs do close out tonight, who you got winning Western Conference MVP?
Wow, that's a difficult question. I think solely because this guy hit the game winner in that game 2 and was talking all that trash to Luka Doncic. But if he didn't hit that game winner, I think Kyrie has had an amazing, not only series but whole playoff run and deserves it. But that Luka game winner kind of gave him the nod.
Yeah, that was now Rudy. Bro, you seen Jaden McDaniels' reaction when Rudy got switched on to Luka? He was like, he knew it was raps, bro. He knew it was
like,
barbecue.
Run at him.
Literally, bro. He knew. Well, what Shaq be saying? Barbecue chicken alert. Barbecue chicken alert.
As soon as you see Rudy Gobert matched up with Luka in that situation, you gotta just leave your man.
I mean, for the people who don't, I guess, watch too much, they just hear it in the news. I mean, Rudy won Defensive Player of the Year, so I mean,
that's a big man though. He won Defensive Player of the Year for doing things like blocking shots, coming over on the help side, contesting, kind of being that weak side defender. It's a lot different when you got to guard on the ball versus
true.
You guarding him. Oh, let me come over and help.
Yeah, you got a point there.
You're not really sliding his feet. He probably wears like a size 20, 21. Some of y'all go outside right now and try to do shuffles with your size 10, 11, 9, whatever it may be. And then imagine if you had a size 21 on your feet trying to slide.
Bro, and then trying to guard arguably the best player in the league.
Exactly.
Like,
it's a lot more difficult than
he was cooked. He was cooked from the start. But, so I guess, like you said, the Mavericks should more than likely get out of this series. If they blow a 3-0 series lead, I don't know what in the world I'm going to have to say about Luka and Kyrie and just the team in general, but there's no reason they should blow that. But with that being said, looking forward to the potential finals matchup between the Celtics and the Mavs. What's your takeaways on what we get to see between that matchup?
I mean, the first thing that stands out to me is you get 2 of the best offensive players in the league right now with Luka and Kyrie against 2 of the best defensive players in the backcourt with Holiday and Derek White. So, elite matchup right there. Both of those guys all 4 of those guys are going to be going back and forth all game. I'm interested to see who the Celtics put on Luka Doncic. Is it going to be Holiday or Derek White, or are they going to try to put Brown or Tatum on him for more size?
That would be interesting.
I think that's a really important decision they have to make that I feel like could really alter the whole series.
Because, I mean, I'm not going to lie. It's interesting because, like, I'm thinking, like, all right, you mentioned how Nembhard was able to drop 30, 33 points in one of the games. I don't remember exactly who was guarding Nembhard. I think they might have been switching throughout the game. I think I saw Jaylen Brown guarding him a few times. Derek White, Drew Holiday. Like, they had a few people. So it's interesting. Like, I don't know. Yes, Derek White, Drew Holiday won defensive, all NBA defensive. Also, Jaylen Brown and Tatum are great two-way players. It'll be interesting, like you say, to see who they're going to match up with exactly who. Because, I mean, if Nembhard's dropping 30, I'm scared to see what Luka and Kyrie are gonna do. Like, they gotta, if they really those defensive players, how the NBA says they are and how they really are supposed to be, they gotta lock in because you can't allow Neymar to drop 33 and then expect to come in and stop Luka or Kyrie. Like, you really gotta lock in. But I mean, honestly, my prediction, I feel like they're gonna try. This is what I think they're gonna come out with and try at least to start game one. They're probably gonna put Drew on Luka, just sizable guard versus sizable guard. Derek White on Kyrie, because they're similar size. And then they're probably just going to try to use Tatum and Brown to just nullify PJ and Derek Jones as much as possible. Because, I mean, you see what happens whenever you get PJ and Derek Jones to hit some threes. I mean, the team really gets rolling. So they're probably going to use Tatum and Brown to just take away all the other assets like PJ, Derek, kind of hopefully that Al can, work the paint with Gafford and Lively a little bit down there. But you kind of... I got people say you gotta make Luka or Kyrie beat you, which I mean that could go very bad if they end up hitting up their shots. But I feel like you gotta kind of just let them do what they do, man, because you're not gonna stop them realistically.
Yeah, for sure. Kind of like what you're saying. I don't think Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown should guard Luka or Kyrie the whole game or anything like that. But I definitely feel like with as many on-ball defenders that they have that are elite on-ball defenders, they should rotate it because as you see, Ants got tired this series like. KCP, whoever was guarding them in the previous series was getting tired. The Clippers defenders, Terrence Mann was getting tired. It's really hard for like one person to sit there and chase around Kyrie or Luka all game. So just make sure they're flipping the matchup. Put Jason Tatum on them for 2-3 plays, and they'll get back. Let Holiday guard them for 5-6 plays, whatever it may be. But they gotta throw a lot of people at those two, I think, and just switching up the coverage on them. So whether it's especially off the ball screens, they gotta figure out what they're gonna do because if you
that drop coverage.
Yeah, the Celtics, that's one advantage that they have that'll help them out a lot in this series. They can switch, especially once Porzingis come back, they can go 1 through 5, but right now they can switch 1 through 4 pretty easily, pretty confidently.
Facts. I mean, realistically, you could still possibly switch. I mean, you don't want Al Horford guarding Kyrie necessarily, but like in a normal game throughout the season, Al Horford can still guard some guards. So I mean,
the Celtics almost at all times have 5 people out there that can just switch with whoever.
Fact. I mean, Chase was telling me like he wouldn't be surprised if they put Drew Holiday on like let's say if they play the Timberwolves. He was like, we could put Drew Holiday on Cat or something like that.
The way that Cat plays, you could.
That's what I'm saying. So
the way that Cat plays, you could.
I mean, Drew's a strong guard. He can definitely hold his own. So I mean, and Lively isn't too strong. Gafford's a little different story, but Lively isn't too strong himself.
Yeah.
So
I think that's going to be a big matchup. The big men of the Celtics and the big men of the Mavericks. So mainly in this matchup, I'm talking about the 4s. So PJ and Jason Tatum. This is probably, I would say this is the best player that PJ is going to have to guard in this playoff run that he's had to deal with. He's guarded Cat. He guarded Kawhi and PG for a little bit in round 1.
Hurt Kawhi,
So. And then I don't think he might have guarded Shea a little bit in round 2.
Yeah, a little bit maybe.
But in terms of like main matchup, Jason Tatum's going to be the hardest cover he's had this playoff. So is he able to consistently show up on defense and slow him down every game?
I mean, on the bright side for PJ, he's been playing against Tatum in the East for about 4 years. So not like, not like he's going.
So on this stage,
I guess you could say.
Jason Tatum is extremely motivated after what he did last time he was in this position. So.
Facts. He's definitely going to want to put on the show. I'm not saying that
win
PJ
the conference finals MVP, so he's like, I'm gonna go get this one.
His finals MVP, So
it's named after Kobe. No, that's the Clutch Award.
Is it
Bill
Russell?
Yeah, Bill Russell. I mean, R.I.P.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, PJ on Tatum. I mean, like I said, I don't know. I don't think he's gonna. He might be able to slow him down a couple times, like some few possessions. Just like I said, just based off going up against him enough the past few years. But I mean, with the way Tatum's been playing this series and how he's turned it up, because the first 2 series he hasn't had to do much. I mean, just going up against a hurt Cavs team.
I think he was the 3rd leading scorer on their team after the first 2 series.
Yeah, but realistically, he wasn't. I don't think he was really trying to score that much either. But like this past series,
the teams, their game, especially the Heat. The Heat's game plan. Eric Spoelstra's been open about this. Is Jason Tatum does nothing. Whatever the others do, they do. And I think the next 2 teams kind of took similar models. So.
Yeah, but I mean, this past series, Tatum's been hooping. So I mean, I think he averaged like 20.
Pacers play no defense.
So I don't really care about your
True.
offensive stats that series.
True, but just shooting the ball though. Just
Shooting the ball. I mean, you're playing people who don't even guard you though. Like they're just out there like, all right, y'all scored, our turn. Like, here we go.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, the Mavs have been playing pretty good team defense this playoffs as well. I mean, that's something that people haven't really been talking about too much. They've
Ever
been
since that trade, dude.
for
Top 10 defense in the league ever since they traded for PJ and Gafford.
really.
Yeah.
And Gafford's been hooping, bro. I mean,
He?
I was like, yeah, Gafford's lit.
bro. I mean, he did get boomed on by Ant that couple plays before that, but
That's why
hey, he got it back. He got to get
He
it
got
back.
the dub,
bro.
too,
He
though,
had
man.
to get it back. Yeah.
You got to find.
But like I said, it's gonna be interesting to see how this game goes tonight. I don't know if you saw Ant after the game last
Still got
game.
a chance. I
He
saw,
was, he was like, we still got a chance. Like we got,
So,
like you know,
Nas
we
Reed
here.
said if any team is built to do it, it's our team. So I do want to ask you. So Cat after the last game, he went 0 for 8 from 3. They asked him about his shooting struggles, or whatever. He went on to claim that he shoots 1,500 shots a day. Do you think that is fact or cap? Does Cat shoot 1,500 shots a day? Curry was saying what? He goes for 500 makes.
I think so, something like
That's what
that.
he was saying. Is Cat shooting 1,500 shots a day right now at this point in the season?
At this point in the season, he was talking about this point, or he's talking about regular season.
No,
he was
he's
talking about
I'm
this point in
shooting
the season.
1,500 shots a day. Like that's what he said. I'm shooting 1,500 shots a
Okay,
day.
per day, absolutely not. Because there's no way, he either pregame or postgame that he's putting up 1,500 shots. Like, I mean, I might give him like half that. Like, he might like during warm ups or something or shoot arounds, he might get there early and get up like maybe like 600-700 shots.
I
But
don't even think on every non-game day he's putting up 1,500. He probably does it like 2-3 days a week.
2-3 days. I mean, I feel like in the off season.
Okay, all season,
Yeah.
he probably is.
I think
getting
in the
up.
off season he put up 1,500 shots a day, but in the regular season, no, or even in the playoffs, absolutely not. And I only say the off season because I've seen like during COVID or even the summer after COVID, like whenever I would go to the gym with like you, JC, Kamani, or like Trey,
Yeah.
like y'all would be putting up like combined, y'all would put up like what 1,200 to 1,400.
Yeah, but
combined.
That's the one thing I did want to say about Cat too. Like,
If he's able to put up 1,500 shots, then he's not even like shooting anything anywhere near realistic. Like he's just over there catching and
Just
shoot.
shot-
Like
just-
1,500 shots, bro. There's no way you're not gassed out, tired after like 800-900, maybe like 1,000 somewhere there.
I mean,
like
I said though, like I'm pretty sure Kamani used to put up like 1,000 sometimes whenever he would go
yeah,
shoot.
Kamani would be doing catch and shoot on the gun. Like
So I'm saying, so Cat
for the
in the
but
NBA,
in the level, like the games that he's playing in, the pace of the play, like you gotta prep yourself for the moments you're gonna be in. Pretty much, like him shooting catch and shoot on the gun isn't doing much for him to get his shot off quick enough. Like
I mean-
you need to be going live motion, a manager, whatever they have, closing out on you, backpedaling, getting to your shot, like off a pass.
okay,
That's how
I
you
see.
get like. That's how Cat has to fix his shooting slump right now.
So like it's kind of like, I mean, it's kind of like, I guess like you say, like putting yourself in like you think about, all right, in the game, am I going to be actually standing here
Yeah.
waiting for the pass coming, or am I
just
going to
think
be
about Curry's workouts. Most of the time you watch his videos on like social media that come up, he's either running the star drill, so he's like running baseline to the
Yeah.
other corner, to the other side, or is somebody passing him the ball. Like I rarely, if ever, see Curry shooting on the gun.
on the gun? Yeah,
Like
you're
someone's
right.
passing him the ball and he's always backpedaling, running back into it, or he's doing the star drill, running.
Low-key, I don't
corner
see
to
too
corner.
many NBA players in general shooting on a gun anymore. I
Right.
mean, you might see a couple of them, but like for the most part, I feel like they're like you saying,
Yeah.
like they're like videos, either a trainer working them out or something like that, or even them doing runs at like Lifetime or in New York or
It's
something
really
like
the
that.
best way to kind of get yourself used to the situations you're going to
I mean, yeah, because like you said, like you gotta put yourself in the position. Like you gotta be ready for when the time comes. Like you can't be like, oh, I haven't shot a back pedal
What is
three
this?
in the
The
corner.
pass isn't perfect from the machine.
That's what I'm
this time.
saying. Like, so,
what?
I mean, it's kind of like how we used to do in football. Like Coach Isak used to put us in like at the end of each practice, we would do like scenarios. So we'd be like, I don't know, like a 2-minute drill, which is something that's very common,
Yeah.
like 2-minute drill, or one where like, all right, we're down 10 with like 6 minutes to go. Type
Situations
thing.
at
Yeah,
the end of
like
practice,
situations. I mean, they be,
Situations used to be fun.
dude, or it'd be
That
like,
was the best part of practice.
or it'd be like, all right, we got to go 90 yards in 30 seconds, like no timeouts, like crazy stuff, bro.
Bro, it used
But
to be
I
some
mean,
funny
but realistically,
stuff,
we've actually been put in those situations before. I mean, I don't know if you remember Ricky's game-winning catch against Myrtle Beach. We was up, bro. That game was crazy. I think we both put up like 45 plus points in that game. I mean, you think about the being down 20 to PD at halftime on senior night.
Then you gotta be ready.
Yeah, you gotta be ready for whatever, man. You gotta expect the unexpected, as they say.
Definitely.
So who you got? If you take the final series or whatever, I want who you got. You can pick a winner, I guess. Who you got winning the finals and in how many games?
Man, I'm gonna go ahead and say it's Mavericks Celtics, but I don't know. That's tough. I think I would say the Mavericks right now, just because I don't think Porzingis is gonna be fully ready to go or in shape to go. So that's kind of the nod right now. But if Porzingis is able to come back and look how he looked throughout the regular season, then the Celtics should win. But I'm gonna take the Mavericks because I don't think he will.
I'm kind of stuck because. So, me, Chase, TJ, and Craig, we're supposed to at least root for each other's teams whenever we aren't playing. Yeah. So I'm rooting for the Celtics. I honestly do like Jason Tatum. I do want to see him win, or whatever. So you know what? I'm not even gonna say what I think. I guess I'm gonna rock with the Celtics. I think that, like you said, they've been here before. The Mavericks actually haven't been, other than Kyrie, they haven't been in the finals before. So
Coach has been there.
Huh?
Coach has been there.
Coach has been there and Kyrie has been there. So that is important. But them as a team have not been there yet. Celtics at least have most of their parts who have been there before. Like you said, Tatum is definitely looking for a revenge. I mean, last time he was here, he did not show up too well, and they ended up losing to a team that they shouldn't have really lost to.
Kyrie back in Boston too.
Kyrie, yes, bro. That is a story. That is a storyline right there. Kyrie Irving back in Boston. Last time we saw him, he was on the Nets, I believe, and they got swept. Or
they did.
Yeah. That was him. Was KD on that team yet? And Harden? Or
Harden
they got
was on the
Harden?
team, but Harden didn't play that series.
Okay, but yeah, I mean, if you didn't see the clips, I mean, Kyrie was flipping off fans behind his head.
On the Celtics side.
The Celtics fans was booing him every time he touched the ball, saying "F Kyrie." Like it was a lot. I'm gonna say.
Did he give a fan a middle finger or something?
Yes, bro. He gave a lot of the fans a middle finger. I mean, he was doing it behind his head, like that, bro. Like, I mean, this is gonna be entertaining.
Take away that championship from him, man,
bro.
I'll hate you forever.
I will say. I mean, outside of what actually gonna happen, I think going into it, this might be one of the most entertaining finals or most anticipated finals since probably the Cavs Warriors, low key. I mean, because after that you had you had Warriors. Raptors, which there was too much anticipation for that one, I guess. I mean, you had the bubble with the Lakers and the Heat.
The Celtics Warriors is probably just because it's still Curry, it's still the Warriors, and it's the Celtics.
Yeah, but like, what's a better storyline, Curry versus the Celtics or Kyrie versus the Celtics? Like, come on now. And think about it.
Curry's top jersey sales for a reason.
True.
Everybody in the world want to see that.
But
Curry.
nobody on the court has a ring other than Kyrie. Like, somebody's gonna have to get their first ring outside of Kyrie Irving. Whether it's Luka and the rest of the Mavs squad, or whether it's Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and his squad. Like,
I mean, I would say this. That was the last title for Curry. I think it's still gonna be the Celtics Warriors one, just because that last title for Curry, like, kind of stamped his legacy of, all right, I did it before KD, I did it with KD, and now I just did it again after the whole KD time period. Like, he really stamped himself as a dynasty. They stamped themselves as a dynasty with that one. So,
and this is that reason is also why I feel like the Celtics will win this one, just because Curry was really motivated, because everybody was saying he don't got no Finals MVP, like he has all this help or whatever. He not really like that, and he came out and won Finals MVP, and now. Ever since Tatum did what he did in the last time in the finals, people have been like, oh, Tatum not really Kobe Bryant type thing. Like, he not really like that. Like, people got Ant already over him now. I was one of those people who said that earlier in the playoffs, so I will admit it. Yeah, no. But I'm sure Tatum's going to want to come out and prove a point and prove that, like,
he's going to want to prove a point.
He's that dude. So.
Luka's feeling a lot of disrespect, too. So he's going to want to prove a point.
Luka
he's made 5 straight first NBA teams, no MVPs. Nobody's ever, like... People are kind of at the point where it's like, Luka, it's time for you to start winning something. Like, where are you at? It's almost like where Jokic was last year. Jokic never won.
Yeah.
Went in. It's like, all right, I got my dub now. Like, what y'all gonna say now?
Facts.
Luka's looking like he wants to go in and get the dub. Be like, what y'all gonna say now?
And Luka's been playing hurt. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
he's been banged up. He's been getting banged up each series so far. He's still been coming out, dropping 30,
That's
hitting
why I
game
feel like
winners.
the Mavericks are gonna be ready because the series they've had out west have really prepared them for the final
All
series.
right.
The Celtics series, I don't think, have prepared them for what they're about to get into.
I agree. Like I said, I mean, I'm not gonna. All right, I'll go ahead and say it. My actual what I feel like is gonna happen is I kind of riding with you. I feel like the Mavs might get it done, but I'm going for the Celtics. Chase, I'm going for the Celtics. I'll be rooting for the Celtics, but I also be rooting for a good series.
I want to see a good series. After these 2 conference finals,
Facts.
I want at least a 6-game series.
Yeah, at least 6. I would love to see 7. I would love to see 7 close games that go down to the wire. I want to see buckets.
Watching at 4 in the morning or 6.
I don't care, bro. I do not care. It's like how you said, man. I will sleep after I get off work, wake up, and watch the finals, bro. I'm not missing this. I'm not. I refuse.
Nah, for sure.
I just gotta make sure to not wake nobody up while I'm watching the games. But yeah, I'm excited, man. I'll leave Saturday, so I mean,
It's
Saturday
here.
at noon.
It's here. It's here, y'all.
man.
As we mentioned, all season long.
Josech, it's time for him to go off to Spain, do great things, find new opportunities, meet new people, whatever it may be. So if you guys have any words of encouragement, reach out to Josech. Y'all have his social media, his Instagram page. Feel free to reach out, give him some words of encouragement. Congratulations, my guy. Have fun over there. Be safe. Be smart. Enjoy your time. Obviously, we're still going to be posting content, so you'll still see both of us, but it won't be in the same setting. But
Yeah, not like this. It definitely won't be like this.
We'll still be posting stuff, getting stuff out, so don't think FGP's leaving completely.
No, not at all. Not at all. But, I mean, hey, outside of what I got going on, this man has a competition coming up with how much on the line?
Oh, another one tomorrow. 15,000.
15,000 for first place. What was it?
Yeah. 3,000 second and
1,500
1,500 for third.
That's a lot of bread on the line. So good luck to you as well. He's been getting top 5 finishes the past 2 times. So hopefully he can get in that top 3, man. That would be lovely.
That would be the goal.
Lovely. But good luck to you. Good luck to everybody else in the cohort. If y'all are watching, I mean, it's been a fun school year with y'all. I would say. I mean, I really enjoyed time down here in Clemson. If I end up moving back to Greenville or somewhere in this area, that'd be cool. I don't know. Who knows? I mean,
This is probably, specifically Greenville, this is more than likely one of the last times he'll be here. Clemson, he'll go to for football games.
no, absolutely.
Greenville,
Absolutely.
I would not be surprised if outside of moving the rest of his stuff out, whenever that is, Josech does not step foot ever again in Greenville.
Bro, I mean, I'm going to be here. We probably going to go out in Greenville after graduation or something. I mean,
Our parents up there at that point.
yeah, maybe. But I mean, I'm saying with our parents, maybe they might want to go get dinner in Greenville or something.
Yeah.
Who knows? I mean, Greenville's a nice city, but oh my goodness.
I love it.
I don't have the best luck with the cops here. I will say that.
It's
man.
time to move on. It's time to move on.
I haven't
North
gotten
and South Carolina is not it for Josech. He needs to go West Coast or North. I think
anywhere but the Carolinas. I love the Carolinas. I love my state. I love all my teams in the state. I love my people. But man,
I don't think going further south is the answer. I don't think.
Unless it's Florida. I'd go to Florida. I'd go to Florida. Florida's weird. A beach house in Florida?
We'll see.
Man.
You know what the scientist said. But we'll see.
Alright, man. You know what?
You ain't gonna go live with the scientist?
Relax, dude. I don't even be thinking about politics like that. Bro. I just be out there living my life, man. But realistically, honestly, I really want to move to Phoenix. Phoenix would be really fun. We went out there 2 years ago. Me and my family went out there. Well, we went to Sedona. No, Sedona's 2 hours. What's up?
Tempe.
Scottsdale. We were in Scottsdale, which is right outside of Phoenix, and that was really fun. The weather, people say the dry heat is different than the humid heat. Definitely is different, but I enjoyed it. Real nice out there. I wouldn't mind moving out there. Just not Cali. Cali is way too expensive for me. I'll stay away from Cali, but
for sure.
Yeah, but
up first we got Spain. Obviously, we'll probably have Josech tap in, just post videos of Spain or how it's going.
No, I'm definitely gonna be posting videos, keeping y'all updated, showing y'all around, just showing y'all maybe the facility of Villarreal and stuff like that.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep y'all tuned in for sure. Just best believe, but
We'll let Josech close out today since it's the last one.
You gonna let me close it out?
Yeah,
Man.
It's your last one.
In the meantime, bro.
In the meantime,
making people think that we ended FGP or something, man. We ain't going nowhere.
Right.
Ain't going nowhere. But with that being said, don't forget to like and subscribe. Like this video, subscribe to the page, and like he said, follow us on all our social medias. But until next time, deuces, FGP.
Deuces.